The time is now. Big changes are among us. These are probably some of the fattest, most significant patch notes yet. And first of all, I do want to say these changes are really, really big. I haven't actually looked through all of them in detail yet, but I saw a few, and I wanted to quickly go over them just to keep everyone kind of up to date and give my opinion on what's going on. So as you can see, Druids, all healing increased by 5%. This does not apply in PvP combat. So Druids, I don't think they really need healing in PvP, so makes sense. Embrace of the Dream, healing increased by 25%. Luxuriant Soil now has a 1.53% chance to spread rejuvenation, was 1 or 2. Okay, Soul Reaper damage increased by 10%. Icy Talon's duration increased to 10% by 10 seconds from 6 seconds. So some Frost DK changes there, or DK changes there. Apocalypse Ghoul duration increased to 20 seconds. Death Cold damage increase. Clawing Shadows damage increase. Scourge Strike damage increase. Plaguebringer duration increased. Reaping now increases the damage of Soul Reaper, Scourge Strike, Festering Strike, and Death Coil by 25% of damage to enemies below 35% health. Was 20% health. So that's some really solid unholy buffs there. Disintegrate damage is increased. So basically buffing the consistent damage of Evoker. Marksmanship Hunter damage got reduced by 3%. Fire Mage, 12% Pyroblast. Ignite, 5% damage. Fire Blast, 12%. Fireball, 12%. Scorch, 12%. Some huge Fire Mage buffs. And even crazier is the Frost Mage buffed. Glacial Spike damage increased by 15%. Frostbolt damage increased by 15%. Flurry damage increased by 15%. Ice Lance damage increased by 12%, and Splitting Ice now causes Icicles and Ice Lance to cleave 80%, up from 65. That's fucking crazy, bro. I mean, you guys can laugh about Frost Mage. Why are you guys all laughing about Frost Mage? I don't care what you say. After these buffs, people are going to be asking us to play Frost Mages, okay? It's finally our time. All these people, you can laugh. Look at them. Look at all these jokesters laughing about me, huh? But you know what? You guys are going to be asking me to play soon because I'm going to be cleaving down the whole team with Lances and Glacials, and I can't wait. All right, Mage buffs, absolutely crazy. I definitely think this puts Frost and Fire on par with Arcane, 100%. Monk, Windwalker ability damage reduced. Okay, so overall damage reduced on Monk. Priest, Vampiric Touch damage increased. Shadow Word Pain damage increase, Shadowy Apparition damage increase, Devouring Plague damage increase, Void Bolt damage increase, Mind Blast damage increase, Mind Spike damage. Shadow Priest got buffs all over the place. Absolutely unbelievable. So Shadow Priest buffs, crazy to think. Assassination Rogue damage reduced, Outlaw damage reduced, Subtlety Rogue damage reduced, and Fatal Concoctions damage bonus for weapons poison reduced to 10%, was 15%. So very interesting. Rogues got brought down a little bit, and these are mostly due to PvE. So all these changes you see here are just PvE tuning. So it does pay to be bad in PvE. Love it. Love it, love it. Enhancement damage reduced. All right, Affliction Warlock, Malefic Rapture, 20% more damage. Drain Soul, 20% more damage. Shadowbolt, 20% more damage. Pandemic. Invocation damage increased by 500%. Chaos Bolt damage increased by 5%. All ability damage increased. Mortal Strike damage increased. Execute damage increased for Arms Warriors. And then here we go. The player versus player. Based on the data we've observed so far in Shadowlands Season 1, we're making some PvP-specific adjustments. One of the broader changes that we're making is to target mana regeneration for different healers to better balance out the longevity in relationship to throughput. Okay? So here we go. Druid. Life Bloom healing reduced. Life Bloom healing reduced in PvP combat. So the bloom is reduced, and Life Bloom continued to constitute a significant portion of Resto Druid's healing. So we're lowering it. We feel that Restoration Druid throughput with this adjustment will remain strong. Star Surge damage increased by 20%. Crazy balance change. Oh, what the frick, man. Starfire damage increased by 20%. Wrath damage increased by 20%. Star Surge damage increased by 20%. Leader of the Pack now heals 3%. Was 5. Okay, they nerfed Feral Healing a little bit. Mana regeneration reduced. Okay, so they actually buffed Holy Paladin mana regeneration. They buffed Discipline Priest mana regeneration. They reduced the duration of Void Volley Horrify to 2 seconds, reduced the damage of Void Volley by 30%, reduced the absorption of Power Word Shield by 20%, and reduced the healing transfer for Vampiric Embrace. Shadow Word Death damage reduced by 20%. That's crazy. So they actually, within PvP, they nerfed some of the survivability of Shadow Priest, but Shadow Priests overall are getting some really, really big damage buffs. So I'd say overall a buff to the Shadow Priests, losing a little bit of their defense, but I think they were pretty solid in general. Now, for monks, Blackout Kick damage is increased, Tiger Palm damage is increased, so they buffed some of the sustain of Windwalker monks. They also nerfed Mistweaver mana regen, so Monks actually got worse mana. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense. I'm curious to see how that does play out. Strike of the Windlord damage reduced by 30%. Ooh. 30% is a fucking huge number. Strike of the Windlord. I honestly, I don't really like this change. I think Strike of the Windlord hits hard, but it's like the only thing monks have. I think Thunderfist was more of a problem. I would have liked to see Strike of the Windlord kind of remain high, maybe a slight nerf, 10% less or something like that. And then I think what they should have done is cap Thunderfist. I would have been a lot happier if they just capped Thunderfist. So instead of like Thunderfisting and hitting 20 pets, there was like a cap. Strike of the Windlord and Thunderfist are dealing more damage than we're comfortable with, so we're adjusting them, increasing additional sustained damage. My numbing poison's attack speed has been reduced. Good, thank God. Assassination, Deathmark, damage dealt by duplicated poisons reduced. Good. Subtlety, Secret Technique, damage reduced by 30%. Yes, yes. Rogues are OP, bro. All right, let's see. Shaman buffs. Healing Stream Totem increased by 15%. Riptide increased by 15%. Reduce the damage of Elemental Blast. Primordial Wave causes your next lightning bolt to hit all targets with Flame Shock for 75%. Okay, that's for Enhancement Shaman. Okay, so they kind of nerfed some of the Enhancement Shaman one-shots. They buffed Healing Stream Totem. Reduce the damage of Elemental Blast. Okay. Demonic Embrace no longer gains 10% additional stamina. Warlocks continue to be more survivable than we'd like. Okay. Soulburn Port duration reduced to 6 seconds. Soulburn Drain no longer grants an absorption shield while at full health. Soulburn Hellstone increases. Healing is reduced to 20%. So more sustain or more like healing nerfs to Warlocks. These changes are insane, man. Like I can't, like insane in a good way. The only ones I don't agree with, the only one that I'm like worried about is monks. But yeah, let's just keep going. The cooldown of Callfell Hunter is now 60 seconds. They nerfed that. Even all your Warlock has an abundance of control in the toolkit that can be frequently used, so we're targeting the cooldown. Okay. Chaos Bolt damage increase, Shadowburn damage increase, Incinerate damage increase. Oh my god, 30% Incinerate damage? Holy shit, dude. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, well, Destro Warlock stonks went through the roof, man. Absolutely through the roof. We have Warriors. All right, Fury. Warpaint now reduces damage by 5%. Okay. Shield Slam reduced and Ren reduced. Okay, so great changes. The big winners here are Balanced Druids, Shadow Priests, Mages, and once again, I think Wrestler Shaman also got some decent buffs there. And Destro Warlocks are absolutely crazy. So this is the kind of stuff that we've always wanted, right? This is the kind of stuff that we've always wanted, is these frequent changes. And I just hope it keeps up, you know? I just hope it keeps up. At a certain point, I feel like they kind of have to let the meta settle, but it's really, really nice that they're consistently tuning things and making adjustments. And I think this is great. And if you're a Fire Mage or a Frost Mage, you're super happy. I'll tell you that. But yeah, really, really nice changes. So I don't know what you guys think about that. But yeah, the Frost Mage changes are definitely really, really nice. People still laughing at me like Absturge, but we'll see who's laughing last. Let's just say that. We'll see who's laughing last when the dust is settled. All right.